shouldn't have taken that job. Even now, I can still remember that feeling, that small, quiet hesitation right before I said yes. It wasn't fear, not exactly. It was more like something inside me trying to warn me, telling me that this wasn't normal, that something about it wasn't right, but I ignored it because I needed the money. The listing didn't look real. No company name, no proper description, no photos, just a few lines. Night shift receptionist, small roadside motel, cash paid weekly, and a phone number. That was it. I remember staring at the screen longer than I should have. Something about it felt off. Who hires like this? No application, no email, just a number. But I was behind on rent, and at that point, logic doesn't matter as much. So I called. The phone didn't ring, not even once. It just connected. Hello. The voice on the other end was strange, flat, calm, almost too calm. I asked about the job. He didn't ask my name, didn't ask where I lived, didn't ask if I had any experience. He just said, "Can you start tonight?" There was a pause after that, a long one, like he was waiting, not just for an answer, but for something else. And for some reason, I said yes. He didn't give me directions, just sent a location pin. When I opened it, I hesitated again. It was farther than I expected, almost an hour outside the city. I almost didn't go, but I did. The drive started normal. Street lights, traffic, noise. But little by little, everything disappeared. The streetlights went first, then the buildings, then even the occasional car, until it was just me, the road, and darkness stretching endlessly on both sides. At some point, I checked my phone. No signal. That should have been enough. That should have been the moment I turned back. But I didn't. I kept driving. The motel appeared suddenly, not gradually, not from a distance. 1 second, there was nothing. The next, it was just there. The sign flickered weakly. Fine Rest Motel. Except half the letters were burnt out, so it looked more like Fine St. Del. The parking lot was almost empty. 3 cars, old, all covered in a thin layer of dust, like they hadn't moved in a long time. I stepped out of the car, and that's when I noticed something. There was no sound, no wind, no insects, nah, distant traffic, nothing. Just silence, but not normal silence, the kind that feels heavy, like the air itself is listening. I walked into the office. The man was already there, standing behind the counter, perfectly still. He didn't greet me, didn't smile, didn't even blink. As far as I could tell, he just reached under the desk and slid a key toward me. Room 1. That was it. I waited for instructions, for anything else. Then he added, "Stay at the desk after 1 a.m. I frowned. Why? That's when he looked at me, and I mean really looked, not like someone making eye contact, but like he was studying me for a second too long. Then he said, "You'll understand." That should have been my cue to leave, but I didn't. The first few hours were quiet. Too quiet. No customers, no calls, no movement outside, just the faint hum of the lights and the ticking of an old clock behind me. 4:20 a.m. I remember the exact time because that's when I heard it. A door, somewhere outside, slowly creaking open. I froze. Then I turned to the monitor. There were 4 cameras, parking lot, hallway, office, and one labeled Sambalinci. The feed was grainy, black and white. At first, it looked empty, just a room, bill, curtains, nothing unusual. Then I noticed something, the bathroom door. It was slightly open, and I was sure it hadn't been like that before. I leaned closer, watching, waiting, nothing. Then it moved, just a little, like something was behind it. I felt something cold run through me. I checked the logbook. Room 307 was listed as vacant, no guest, no key issued. Still, I picked up the phone. I don't know why. Maybe I thought calling it would prove something. The phone rang once, twice, 3 times. Then it stopped, and I heard something else, not from the phone. From behind me, a soft, clicking sound. I turned slowly. The wall phone was off the hook. I didn't remember touching it. My heart started racing. That's when the monitor flickered. I looked back. Room 307. The bathroom door was now fully open, and there was someone standing inside. Tall, total, head tilted at an unnatural angle. I couldn't see the face clearly, but I knew it was looking directly at the camera, at me. The screen went black. Everything went silent. Even the hum of the lights stopped. For a few seconds,
Hello?
there was nothing. Then,
Is everything
the phone
all right?
rang right next to me. I
Can
didn't
I
want to
get a
answer
key?
it, but I did. Slowly. Hello? There was breathing on the other end. Slow. Wet. Uneven. Then a voice. Faint. Distorted. You're still here. The line went dead. I dropped the phone, and that's when I heard footsteps outside, in the hallway, slow, dragging, getting closer. I looked at the monitor, the hallway camera. There was something there, standing at the far end, perfectly still, too far to see clearly. Then it moved, not walking, sliding, closer, without sound, without steps, just gliding. Toward the office, I couldn't breathe. The lights flickered. Once, twice. Then, everything went dark. For exactly 10 seconds, I counted. When the lights came back, the hallway was empty, but the office door was slightly open. I knew I had closed it. I was sure of it. And yet, there it was. Just a crack. Enough for something to be watching. I didn't wait anymore. I grabbed my keys and ran. Out the door, across the parking lot, my hands shaking so badly. I dropped the keys twice. When I finally started the engine, I looked up. Room 307, second floor, curtains slightly open, and behind it, a silhouette, standing still, watching me. I drove. I didn't stop, didn't look back. Not once. The next morning, I tried to call the number again. It was disconnected. No record, no listing, nothing. And when I searched for the motel, there was no trace of it, like it never existed. But a few days later, I checked my phone and found something I don't remember taking. A photo, time-stamped, 3 Pailas AM, inside room 307, taken from the corner, facing the door, and standing in the center of the room was me. Just standing there, looking straight at the camera, with my head tilted at that same unnatural angle, like something else was looking through me. I deleted the photo, but sometimes, late at night, I still hear it. A soft knock. 3 times, from inside my room, and every time, I think about opening the door, but I never do, because I already know something is waiting on the other side.